everybody. For those here, right here physically at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills, and those watching online, welcome. We honor all who are on their spiritual paths. And the first part of this service, we have the Lighting the Flames of Faith, a call to service. And I'd like to welcome Beverly Scott. She's one of our newer practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and she's going to be the presider for this evening. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here tonight. As Beverly lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of the spirit in their lives, and for the space we are holding for them here at the center. And as Beverly lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I trust in God.
As we turn within this evening and go into this time to spend with each other in spirit, we call upon the presence as we begin to practice with the breath, breathing in, releasing. We settle into a rhythmic rhythm, becoming one in the moment with our higher self. Feeling and being still to receive the energy that flows effortlessly everywhere at all times through our being, knowing that we are one with the great Creator and all of creation. It brings so much joy to our lives, to every activity. Just being still in the moment, recognizing that all there is God, the essence of life, the universal presence, call it what you may, knowing that this is our true self, our divine nature, and I rest in this truth, and I give thanks. I'm deeply grateful to know this truth for each and every one that I meet, seeing the presence of God in a flower, hearing in the laughter. I stand in the light of love, knowing that all is well in my life and the life of each and every one. I offer up thanks for Reverend Kathy this evening as she leads us in meditation. I'm thankful for the sound personnel, Renzen and Evan, and most, I am grateful and thankful for each and every one that's here in the sanctuary, that's online this evening, to spend time practicing the presence, the presence. Thank you, Father, Mother God. I release my word into the activity of law, knowing without a shadow of a doubt that we are truly blessed and our manifestations are already done. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all for being here this evening. It's always a pleasure. This evening, I had a talk that I wanted to speak on, and then something came on my mind, and I changed it to something else. But it's still a good talk. Embracing self-care, that is the theme of the month. So for me, my self-care, I'm always wanting to learn new things. And then there are some things that I kind of feel like, pretty rote. They just are. It's just this way, and it doesn't require too much change. You might want to, look at it every now and then, but not necessarily make any major big changes, especially if it's working for you. And what I'm speaking on, I work in a profession where change is constant. I learned a long time ago that this is the bed I chose to lie in, so I have to stay abreast of everything that comes about that has to do with information technology. And you would probably say, well, wow, that's really a lot. It can be, but if you learn to break things down, figure out what is needed in your profession or in whatever you're trying to deliver to a group of people. Challenges, change, all of that, those words just throw up red flags. But I've been successful in breaking things down and moving at my own pace. I find that to be the key. Move at your own pace. Do not resist openly to the point that it brings stagnation or discord. So I've put a few things in place that works for me I'd like to share. And then I speak in the first person. I say I, but I really am saying we, suggesting, offering just suggestions. One of the best ways that I keep life fresh and interesting is to keep learning and trying new things. I gently challenge myself to keep growing. And that's where the self-care comes in. We get comfortable. We feel that this works for us. I'm not going to change. But it's not all about changing. It's tweaking and adjusting. Now, this is where I am saying I resist the temptation to fall in comfortable patterns and habits. That's a big red flag, and that'll stop you in your tracks. I commit to my growth by challenging myself to seek new experiences and to meet new people. And when I do that, I learn, I grow, because you can always learn something. You can always learn something if you're open and receptive to learning, to growing. Now, this is the we. Let's do this together, because it works. We grow in creativity when we call upon our own imagination. See, we're being authentic. We grow in compassion when we get to know people who are different from us. That is such a truth. You learn so much. Just because I've been doing it this way all my life, and I was taught this way, and then when someone does the exact same thing, but so much easier, and with such happiness in doing it. We grow in courage when we step boldly into the world and take our place in it. Not Beverly trying to be Reverend Kathy, Marie trying to be Rosalie. Just be who we are. Accept ourselves right where we are. And just grow into our trueness, our divine nature. Even if change is not easy for me, I gently push myself past fear and trepidation and gently challenging myself to keep growing. I offer that advice. No, I want to just suggestion. I'm not here to advise. I'm here to share what works in my life. And if you can use any of it, use it. If you can't, leave it right where it is. I thank you. I thank each and every one of you because you encourage me to loosen up and step out. And my affirmation is, I rest in calm assurance that God has the answer to every question and perfect solution for any challenge waiting for my recognition and acceptance of it. There's nothing that I cannot do. There is nothing that you, each and every one of us, we just have to be here because Spirit, God, your higher self does the work. And a quote from Miles Davis, my future starts when I awake every morning. Every day I find something creative to do with my life. Every morning. Because I wake up full of joy, thankful, and I let my God direct my path. Thank you. Love, peace, and harmony. I do have a few announcements I'd like to share before I turn it over to Reverend Kathy. As always, practitioners are available for a 2-minute tune-up. If we have licensed practitioners in the house this evening, I am one, Rosalie, Miriam. We're here for you. Reach out. Reverend Kathy, of course. She's stepped up, but she will always be a practitioner. I love it. We're here for you. Reach out, please. CSLGH.org. We're waiting to hear, and we're open to pray for you or just listen. We welcome back, and it's going strong, first and second and third Sunday at 10:30, our youth church, under the loving guidance of Reverend Nicole. She can be reached at CSLGHNicole@gmail.com. We also welcome back the young adult program. That's the first Sunday of each month at 11:45 a.m. Reverend Nicole, CSLNicole@gmail.com. The Law of Attraction meets on Sunday at 1 p.m. on Zoom. Emily Lauren will be our facilitator. Don't forget that on Wednesday, the Ring fundraiser will be announced. That's June 21st at 7 p.m. And lastly, but not least, there is Save This Date. This year, in this August, Summer Kids Theater Camp with Jenny and Reverend Nicole ages 6 to 14, the week of August 7th through the 11th, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Please join us during that time. Again, Reverend Nicole and Jenny Fox will be the facilitators. This should be a great event. Thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. Thank you, Reverend Kathy.
Thank you very much, Beverly. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Great. Well, welcome everybody. And I also would like to say too, for the announcements, this Sunday at 1 o'clock on Zoom, I facilitate an animal kinship group. So if you love animals and you just want to talk about your heartwarming stories about your fur babies, feathered babies, reptiles, whatever it is, join me on Zoom. And for tonight, I would like to just share, before we do our meditation, on the Science of Mind magazine daily guides, and they were contributed by Reverend Christy Hardwick. And for the daily guide today, for June 14th, the title is Easy to Love. And a quote from India Ari, "I am not my hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within." And another quote from Ernest Holmes, "Actually, we seek to discover our real self, that which is back of what we appear to be." And I like this saying about I'm not my hair, I'm not my skin, I'm the soul that lives within. And I was thinking a lot about this, about how so much, sometimes I know for me, that my self-esteem gets caught up in what I've done, what I've achieved, and that's great to have goals and accomplish them, but part of it too is not about what we do, it's just being in a state of being. And it doesn't matter if I have a bad hair day or I'm not happy about how much I weigh. The core of myself is pure love, pure God. And so it's important for me to stay in that beingness of just this pure love. And she writes, Reverend Christy writes, "A poet friend of mine once did a reading in which she said, 'You are so easy to love.' She repeated it over and over, and I noticed people in the audience beginning to cry. We can sometimes be so hard on ourselves. I know I can. I go over all the things I haven't done right, the things I haven't done at all. I criticize my doing and being. I look in the mirror and wonder if I'm as lovable as I am, or if I'm lovable as I am. I am deeply grateful for the lessons in Science of Mind, Unity, and other New Thought teachings because they have helped me recognize the truth of my being. I am not my outward appearance. I am not my accomplishments. I'm not my progeny and their accomplishments. I am not my possessions or my bank account. I am not my social circle or social followers. I am an individualized expression of one life, which is God, and my divine essence is perfect pattern, that which created me. This is also why I am so grateful for self-care practices like meditation and prayer. Deep within, when I am still and quiet, I'm flooded with an understanding, and I know myself to be one with the all-good. With this understanding, I can agree with my poet friend Maria Glazel. You are so easy to love, and so are you. And so we all, when we look back past the presentations and see the presence within. And this affirmation she has, today I see and know my true self, and I declare myself with joy. You are so easy to love. So just say to yourself, I am so easy to love. Doesn't matter what I've accomplished, whether my hair and makeup looks good. It doesn't matter how much money I have, my job title. I just know I'm pure love. And that's a way of just remembering that to always love and accept ourselves regardless of what's going on in the outer world. And I think that's one of the reasons I love animals so much, especially cats. They are totally in the present moment, and they know they're easy to love. They don't have to affirm it, they just know it. So let's start our meditation, and it'll be a silent meditation for about 20 minutes, and it will be a time to just bask in that love, that pure love, and just be. Don't have to worry about anything, think about the past, or think about what you're doing tomorrow. Just go into that present moment. So let's just take a breath and exhale, and 2 more breaths. gently come back into the room, taking a breath. And exhaling. And breathe in again. Becoming a little more focused. And one more time. And so join me right now in consciousness. Join me as I speak in the I Am for all who are here and online and anywhere in the world. I recognize that there is this one power, this one presence, which is a presence of God, which is a presence of pure love. It's health and vitality, financial freedom, wisdom and wealth, creativity, peace and guidance. And I know that being of this one spirit, one life, that I am one with its love, health and vitality, financial wisdom and freedom and wealth. I am one with that peace and guidance. And so I hereby proclaim right now, I speak in the I Am, saying that I am healthy. I'm healthy and strong. I'm vibrantly healthy, vibrantly strong, living a life that's active and long. And I'm guided and directed to whatever I need to know that supports that health and vitality. I'm just guided to when to rest, when to be active, and whatever I need to know and do to just nourish and nurture my physical body. And knowing that I'm an embodiment of God's love, I know that I am easy to love, and I feel this divine love within me at all times that I can just tap into. And because I embody all of this love, I emanate love and I attract love into my life. And because I'm embodying and feeling and knowing that I'm a friend to the whole world, that I draw the right companions in my life who are fun, loving, supportive. And I hereby proclaim right now that any financial concerns, I know that I'm guided and directed, and knowing that living in this prosperous, abundant universe, that I have access to whatever I need, that God is the source of all supply, that money is God in action, and I'm divinely guided with wisdom, to know whatever I need to know and do with financial matters, and knowing that I'm creative, that I'm creatively fulfilled, and whether it's a personal hobby or a career or a business, I just know that I'm designed for success and that I utilize my unique, divinely embodied talents to live a life that's fulfilling and prosperous. And I now proclaim peace for this world. I know right now that as I embody this peace and see the world, a world that works for everyone, seeing and knowing a world that is just peaceful, harmonious, that everyone lives together in harmony and peace, regardless of whatever differences, that living in, because it's an all-inclusive God, it's an all-inclusive world, and that it's a world that works for everyone. And so I just know that in every single facet of my life, I'm divinely guided, directed, protected, healthy, blessed, prospering, and inspired. And I know this for everyone else that I know. And so I am so deeply grateful right now, how grateful I am that I have all of these blessings of abundant health, loving relationships, financial abundance, creativity, a fulfilling work. I give thanks that I have this inner peace and that I'm always guided. I just give thanks, being so grateful of this wonderful world where I'm always divinely guided, directed, and protected. And so with this sense of trust, with this knowing and gratitude as I release these words to the law of mind. I know that my word cannot be returned void because the universe always says yes. So as I release these words, it's with a full, loving heart, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. And together we say, and so it is, amen. So thank you very much for joining us. And join us on Sunday. We have a service at 9 o'clock, a meditation at 10 o'clock, and another service at 10:30. And you can join us either right here in person in Granada Hills or online. So thank you very much and have a wonderful week. And so it is.